Hello, and thanks for joining me for another episode of Careers in the News. Today I've got some really great headlines for you. We're going to start off by reviewing a news.com.au story around the Australian Bureau of Statistics job stats. We're going to look at the Asia Pacific university rankings, and it's really interesting to see where Australian universities have landed within that top 50. We have a 2017 skills in demand list from the industry skills councils. And we're going to end it with a couple of more serious stories where some pretty big brands here in Australia have been allegedly underpaying their staff. So it is worth hanging around, and I'll get stuck right in. While Find Your Path explored the ABS job statistics last episode, and I'll drop a link into this page as well so you can find it, news.com.au has also reviewed the data and made some further findings through a corporate advisor report. According to their report, 40% of new jobs over the last year have been located in New South Wales, followed by Victoria and then Queensland. The personal services industry and construction industries have been the highest growth industry since 2015. In the last year, the industry that dominated was manufacturing. It also seems that part-time job growth is exceeding its full-time counterparts in percentage, where part-time work grew by 9.3% and full-time work only grew by 4.62%, though in the last year the full-time positions were 58% of new jobs created. This is really great news for people that are looking for flexible job options. If you check out our resources page on the findyourpath.com.au website, you'll see that there are now recruitment websites based solely on that flexible job market. Older workers saw good outcomes over the last financial year with the highest gains in employment, both full-time and part-time. In the last year, we've also seen significant employment success for women, where we see women have taken up around 4,000 more positions than men, and their overall employment grew by 8% compared to men's 5%. All in all, this is some really great outcomes, and there's a link below if you want to look into these statistics further. Next up, industry reference committees have come together for their 2017 skills forecast, where they identify areas of demand in their industry. The following top 5 priority skills are those identified by those industry reference committees. Number 1 was that 71% of the reference committees are seeking industry and occupational skills as a priority. These are those industry-specific skills that specialise their particular job roles. Much of this comes from an ageing population, digitisation of many workforces, and global mobility between industries and positions. So these are those specialised skills, and they're definitely in need. Number 2 was that 64% of industry reference committees are seeking digital skills, including coding, programming, e-learning, cloud computing, and automation. Demand for these skills comes from competition, digitisation, augmented and virtual reality, and access to quality internet. It's really rare these days that a job role doesn't include some kind of computer literacy, so it is important that you think about this in your career development plan. Number 3 is that 58% of industry reference committees are seeking leadership and management skills. This has come as a result of the changing workplace dynamics, behavioural economics, psychology, and connectivity. It's never a bad idea to learn a business or leadership skill. Every industry has it, and it can really complement whatever your specialised skill set is. Number 4 is that 56% of industry reference committees are seeking business and compliance skills, such as regulatory understanding, financial literacy, risk management, and organisational planning. Demand for these skills comes from financial viability pressures, empowered consumers, and innovation. Number 5 is that 51% of industry reference committees are seeking collaboration skills such as emotional intelligence, communication skills, conflict management ability, and cultural awareness. Driving this demand is emerging markets, knowledge-based economies, and changing workplace dynamics. As you can see, 4 out of 5 of those skills are transferable. They're not industry-based. They're looking at personal skills that you can develop. And it's definitely worth considering these when you are looking at your career development and learning plan. The Asia Pacific University rankings were released at the end of June. The top ranking goes to the National University of Singapore. With over 50% international students and collaborations with prominent US institutions like Yale and Duke, it's no surprise that it has made it to the top spot. The University of Singapore has locations in Israel, Germany, and Sweden as well. Now, the highest Australian university on the list was the University of Melbourne, coming in at number 4. With 4 Australian PMs having graduated from there, the alumni pool for the University of Melbourne is pretty impressive. The University of Queensland, UQ, made it in at number 9, moving up a place from the 2017 rankings, and Monash University dropped a spot from 12 down to 13 this year. The University of New South Wales made it to an equal 15 with the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, and the University of Western Australia held its place at number 19. Other Australian universities that made it into the top 50 include the University of Adelaide at 22, Queensland University of Technology, or QUT, came in at equal 31st with the University of Technology Sydney, or UTS. The University of South Australia came in at 34, James Cook University at 38, Macquarie University at 40, University of Wollongong at 41, University of Newcastle at 42, Griffith University at 43, Flinders University at 47, the University of Tasmania made it to 48, and Charles Darwin University made it to 49. To see the complete list, check out the link below. It's definitely worth a look. We've made a pretty big impression across the Asia Pacific with our universities. Now, on a more serious note, employees from BHP Mount Arthur coal mine are said to be initiating a class action proceeding against BHP subsidiaries and their associated labour hire contractors for alleged underpayment and misclassification. The claims are said to be valued at more than $40 million. And it's a very good reminder for you to check out if you're a wages or casual employee. Please have a look at your classification and make sure that you're getting paid correctly. Following this, cosmetic chain Lush has come out this month apologising for underpaying thousands of their staff after finding that more than 5,000 employees have been underpaid over the past 8 years. The current estimate of their back pay is looking to be around $2 million. The primary issue raised was overtime payments, with some staff claiming to be out of pocket as much as $10,000. If you have concerns about your pay, the first thing I would suggest you do is have a look at your employment contract, do a quick comparison on fairwork.gov.au, and look into your award. I hope you enjoyed today's headlines. As always, I'm interested in your feedback. You're welcome to drop me a line through our Contact Us page on the findyourpath.com.au website. I'd love to research any areas that are of interest to you. Have a great day. Happy career.